welcome to the Fandom Show, the podcast where we learn about fantastic fandoms by talking to our favorites about their favorites. I'm Kaya Green.
And I'm Kaya Green.
And today we are talking about the Anne Rice series that simply will never die. It is Interview with a Vampire.
Interview with a Vampire!
Get it? Because they're immortal.
They are immortal.
You see?
Yeah.
They can't die.
I mean, it depends on, am I looking through a mirror if I can see or not?
Oh,
'Cause they're vampires.
Is that a thing in this book? I
don't
actually
know.
don't think they established that.
No, I'm always confused between the different vampire lores of which ones are sparkly. Well, I know which ones are sparkly.
You know which ones are sparkly.
We all know which ones are sparkly.
There's only one.
There's only one.
But, you know, you have some monster face ones, and
Yeah.
then you have some, like, just, ethereal, beautiful ones. Some are tortured, some are
don't
not.
like crosses. Some are fine
That's
with
right.
them.
Garlic comes
Yeah.
and goes.
Yeah.
These
Holy
ones,
water, I think, is unanimously bad.
yeah.
I think.
In any case, this is the kind of stuff you'd need to ask a vampire, and that is why in Anne Rice's story, that's exactly what they do. It's the story of a guy interviewing a vampire, quite
It's true,
literally.
yeah.
About his life. Steph, what do you know about Interview with a Vampire?
Well, and I want to be specific that today we're talking about the TV show
We are,
primarily. There is the 1994 film with Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt.
Of course, before that,
The novel. The famously Anne Rice was very clear that it is a heterosexual novel.
Yes.
So we're talking about the gay-ass TV show.
I mean, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say it's a gay-ass book.
We'll get there, Kaya. Trust. I made our book club read that book, and I regret it.
Yeah. Well, in any case, what do you know about it?
I'm a huge fan of this TV show.
Yeah.
So now I've read the book, watched the movie, and watched the TV show multiple times. So I'd say I know it pretty well. I'm not a deep down, like, looking through all the lore, following the actors, going wild on that end of it. But I really love the TV show. And I think they've done a phenomenal job, so much so that I went and read the book, disappointingly. You're going to hear a lot about how I feel about this fucking book.
It is very rare, though, that, like, you go back and read the book and you're like, this has less.
I know. It has
know?
less. And yeah, I know a lot about it. I won't go into too much detail because we're going to get there. Kaya, what do you know about this?
I, too, have watched the show, and I, too, am in that book club. So I have also read the book and been, to a degree, disappointed. Nothing on you if you enjoy this book, to be clear.
No.
This was just our experience
And
with
this
it.
book was, like,
iconic.
the first book to really look at the lives of vampires. Obviously, Dracula existed, and there's lots of other books that talk about vampires, but this was the first one that was like, what is it like to be a vampire?
Yeah, and I feel like in a lot of ways this did sort of, like, you know, as a Buffy fan, I'm like, oh yes, I see a lot of themes that came from one thing to the other.
Absolutely.
But yeah, other than that, I'm sort of very much in the same boat. I have been around for your many rewatches.
Sorry.
And I also enjoy the show very much myself.
Yeah. You know who does know a lot about Interview with the Vampire?
Anne Rice.
Less so now. She probably doesn't know what we're about to talk about.
That's a very good point.
But
Unless she's listening.
oh,
If so, we're so sorry.
I'm not sorry. You know what, Anne Rice? I don't apologize for this, but thank you for the things you've given us.
Yeah.
No, our guest knows a lot about this.
Oh.
Andrew Wheeler is an author and podcaster, co-host of Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, the big butch pop culture podcast that looks at film and TV through a queer lens. He's also writer of the official Dungeons & Dragons cocktail guide, Punchins and Flagons, best name ever, and author of the GLAAD-nominated queer Catholic coming-of-age graphic novel, Hey Mary, with artist Rye Hickman. Welcome back to the podcast,
Welcome, Andrew.
Thank you for having me back.
Oh my gosh. It's so
Kaya's green.
yeah, double Kaya Green. Didn't even catch it. I'm Stephanie Malice. Kaya was so excited about their pun. Just revved up.
Oh yeah,
I said your name.
Oh, to this exact moment, I did not realize.
Beautiful.
I was fully focused on how am I going to execute this pun without tripping over.
I know, and you did great, babe.
Yeah.
You did great.
Well,
welcome back.
Thank you for having me back.
Listeners, you might remember Andrew from our James Bond episode, and now we're here to talk everything Interview with the Vampire. So we're going to pretend someone listening to this has not watched the show yet.
Okay.
Maybe they've read the book, maybe they've seen the movie, but has not watched the show. How would you explain it to them?
It's like Interview with a Vampire, but gay.
Okay, and if they didn't read the book and they didn't watch the movie, how would you explain it?
It is the story of Louis Dupont du Lac. Those names.
That's a long-ass name.
It is.
as a British person, it was brave of you to try French.
Thank you. French is, my île d'Achille. No. Talon d'Achille.
Achilles heel.
Peut-être.
I got it.
Right.
I took 13 years of French for that moment. You're welcome.
Anyway, yes, there is a handsome young man in New Orleans who runs into a vampire and is seduced by him. That vampire is Lestat de Liancourt. And what ensues is a very unhealthy romantic and sexual relationship that along the way brings some poor young girl into its mishmash and then disposes of her.
Yep.
This will be heavy spoilers, by the way. Heavy spoilers up to the end of season 2.
But also, like, I would say it's made for people who knew what was going to happen in
Yeah.
it. So there's, I think there's almost no way to spoil this.
I'm
and
not
have it-
concerned. I'm just being generous.
Yes, a very, very
People
good
are
point.
like, I don't want to know what happens to vampires.
Yeah.
Everyone saw the movie. Everyone knows what happened to Kirsten Dunst.
Yeah. That's true,
that's true.
That's true. Pretty famous, that.
So what's your origin story? How did you get into this? What I think I know what you got hooked into from it, but
I am a homosexual. That
Very good.
That was a big part of it.
but
I'm not gonna-
so had it come out? Did you hear about it coming up?
Yeah, no, there had been talk about, when Anne Rice was still alive, they were talking about having this show come along, and I expected it to be terrible and to be as bad as the film. I have not read the book, so I cannot legitimately hate on the book, but I can hate on the film, which I saw when I was 18 years old and ready for some good old gay romping vampires.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
Never came to pass, except now it did come to pass.
It did come to pass.
Better than I could have ever expected. Like, the
Yes.
show is phenomenally good at giving you what you want a gay-ass vampire show to give.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was watching the casting notices. I didn't know Sam Reed, but I knew Jacob Anderson from Game of Thrones.
Yep.
The only unproblematic man in Westeros.
I mean, I think we know why.
It makes a difference.
Yeah.
And he was gorgeous in that. So I'm like, oh, this is phenomenally good casting and interesting casting.
Yes, I completely agree.
Making Louis a black Creole man in New Orleans carries a whole bunch of different connotations, which I saw people online being like, well, that's stupid because how they'll have to completely rewrite Louis' story. And it's like, yeah,
Yeah, you're
that's
right.
a thing writers can do.
You got it.
That's amazing.
It's almost like if it was identical all the way through, we wouldn't need to make it again.
Right.
You know?
Just find a younger Brad Pitt and a younger Tom Cruise.
That's right.
Put
yeah.
them in bad wigs.
Jacob Elordi in both roles for some reason.
Honestly, yeah.
Sure.
You know, he's an it guy, I assume. Him and Timothy
One of
Chalamet.
them.
There you go.
There
Oh,
you go.
God, this is getting worse by the second.
I mean, honestly, to me, that's what casting Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise
Truly.
was. It was like, here are two people that are like, that could go out for the same roles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Playing two different, what should be very different characters,
Yes.
but aren't.
Yeah.
And one of whom is very much not wanting to be portrayed as gay in public media.
Yeah.
So kind of shot it in the foot to begin with. And also, I hate to be the one to tell you this, but Tom Cruise cannot act. He's a terrible actor.
Yeah.
I believe
Yeah.
it. That's why he jumps out of so many things, just to be like distracting. It's like, I'll just jump out of a plane. No one will expect anything else.
Yeah. He's good at jumping out of
He's
planes.
great at
I'll
it.
give him that.
He is. He's good.
I mean, I haven't seen a lot of other people
Yeah.
do it, to be fair. I don't have a lot to compare it to.
Does he have a death wish? Maybe.
Yeah.
Probably. He can abseil down the Burj Khalifa or whatever it is he does. But,
Yeah.
fine.
Just don't make him emote.
Yes, please.
He only has one volume setting. It just goes from it's like when you turn on an old radio and it just goes from straight into loud frizzy noise.
Yes,
And it's
yes.
like, yeah, that's Tom Cruise.
Yeah, that makes a ton of sense.
Was Tom Cruise Louis or Lestat?
Lestat.
The worst Lestat. I mean,
Really?
there have only been two, I guess, but
No, there's more. We'll get to that.
okay, yeah. There was a musical, wasn't there?
There was.
There
Written by
was.
Elton John.
Which, again, the gay was desperate to get out
I
of this
listened
thing.
to songs from it today. It was great, but it flopped horrendously.
It's just a wildly gay property that it seems crazy to me only recently became gay.
Well, and I think that's the thing that's so interesting about this adaptation is Anne Rice was so specific that their connection was not sexual. It was not romantic. It could not be. She would not allow their depictions to be gay. Which, when you read the book, this is my big problem with the book, is why is any of this happening if they're not in love with each other?
Right.
This is so strange if there's no like bewitching or they're clearly gay for each other.
Yeah.
And I think that was the big miss for me in reading the book. But what I got out of the TV show, which was so beautiful. So you say you have not read the books, but what are some of the big changes, obviously other than they're gay, between the movie and the TV show?
I mean,
Louise.
Yeah, the fact that Louis and Claudia are both black in the TV show adds so much texture and importance to the story. I'm trying to think of other distinctions. I mean, the wigs are better.
It's a little bit more modern, right? Like it has been brought up to present day, but also even in the past they bring it up, right?
Yeah, the version of New Orleans is about like I couldn't tell you how many years later, but definitely a more 20th century.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like 1910s, 1920s.
Yeah, somewhere around there. And then goes from there. And then Armand is a little bit different as well, right? Who is a third vampire in this trifecta, let's say. I guess there's a fourth. Anyway, of the gays, I guess we should probably describe where the story goes for those that haven't like heard the general plot, right?
Yeah. The great news is that the TV show has largely replaced the movie in my mind,
which is great.
Perfect.
Yeah. I don't remember the plot of the movie because it's the same thing. It's just like watching the show. I'm like, this is correct.
Yeah.
Everything else before this doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was literally thinking earlier today, why didn't they go to Paris in the movie? And then I thought, no, they did.
They did.
Did they?
They did.
They did.
That is where they meet Armand.
Yes.
It just didn't look like Paris.
Antonio Banderas was Armand.
Antonio Banderas, who was actually giving you like full lusty vampire.
He
was phenomenal in
Yes.
that movie.
He was giving everything we wanted for these characters.
Yeah. So yes, the boys meet and fall in love terribly. They adopt a daughter/sister. And then the boys have a falling out, and the one boy and his sister/daughter move to Paris, where things get worse. But they meet other vampires, kind of for the first time, that they didn't create. Claudia has met one other vampire, and that was a terrible situation.
It didn't go well.
I mean, everything is a terrible situation in this show. That's the important thing to remember is, number one, these characters are serial killers and you're on their side more than anyone
Yes,
else.
that's true.
Number two, a lot of non-consensual acts are going to take place. A lot of just horrible things are going to happen. And you have to root for the least worst person in every situation. It's sort of, it's complicated.
It is complicated, but I think one of the things I love so much, and I think it's a lot in the actor's portrayal, is like first of all, Louis is the biggest sad sack, emo, little baby bitch in the show. Sorry, I meant that with love, because I love this character, but he's just like, he's constantly in this existential crisis of what it is to be a vampire who doesn't want to kill.
Like if Charlie Brown was turned.
Just like, wah, wah.
It's very that energy. But again, in sort of like a dramatic way where it's very brooding. Like the brooding vampire, I think, sort of showed up for the first time here.
Yeah, and he cries beautifully. So
He does.
He does.
He has a
doesn't
beautiful face.
Those eyes.
And then
stunning.
Lestat. Which, please, give the people a description of this character.
So, Lestat is the hot asshole that you love to hate and hate to love. He is swaggering, contemptuous. He literally is a rock star. That is a spoiler for season 3.
Yeah. So exciting.
But he's always been a rock star.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's always been, he was always dressing up fancy. You know, his clothing was anachronistic. In this version of Interview, he still dresses like the old Lestat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But in a different time and setting, so it looks more ridiculous. He believes in himself utterly to the point of excusing every choice he makes and every horrific act he commits. It's all okay because he's Lestat.
Lestat.
He's an absolutely toxic diva.
The worst. And also one of the most handsome men you've ever seen in your life with a body chiseled from marble. So
Sam Reed's portrayal of this character, who should be so loathsome, and like in the book and in the other movie, you're like, you don't like Lestat. It's
No.
like, this guy's a fucking asshole. But the charisma he brings makes him so deeply watchable, and
Yeah.
like it's hard to take your eyes off of this character. Like
Tom Cruise basically plays the character as Honey Boo Boo, you know?
That's not wrong.
It's a different value that he brings to the table. Sam Reed is just an incredibly nuanced and talented actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've watched him now he has another show called The Newsreader, which is an Australian show, so he gets to use his own accent in that. And a great sort of period drama about newsreaders in the 70s into the 80s, I think it is, with Anna Torv as the other lead of the show. Great show, well worth checking out.
amazing.
Yeah, like I too am a homosexual, but in the different direction.
There were directions.
Yeah. In this moment,
You've
there
seen
are.
the symbol. There's arrows everywhere.
Yeah,
okay,
that's true. But looking at Sam Reed gives me the same feeling you get when you see like a really big mountain, where you're like, wow, look what nature can do. You know, like when you see a powerful horse galloping, that's how I feel watching him act. I'm like, man.
And he sits in that sort of Tilda Swinton Connor Story space,
Yes,
where it's
totally.
just like, oh, you're eerie and ethereal and beautiful, but also so physically real at the same time.
Like planted, and you just said it exudes a charisma that seems impossible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And they all look slightly alike.
Yes, they do.
That's true. I
Really,
do
like,
see
pointy
that.
noses and like big blue eyes.
Yeah. Okay. Since Connor's story has come up, and I knew it was going to at some point.
Had to. You can't talk about a gay show made in Canada without talking about another gay show made in Canada.
Frankly, I
A
don't
gay
think
show about a gay man of color dating a shitty European bisexual.
Hang on a second.
Whoa.
Well, this
I didn't even think about it that way. That's delightful. One of them's really sad all the time.
Yeah.
Uncomfortable in themselves.
can't
The
wait
other
for
one's hiding behind bravado.
Someone has to write these fanfics for me, please.
someone
there,
has.
yeah.
Okay, Diana.
A lot of them. But yeah, okay, so that kind of brings me to, we kind of seem to be, this show feels like it either heralded or was part of a wave of sort of men-loving men shows.
Waves are big.
Waves are what?
You know?
little wave?
This is a little
This
wave
is a little
so
wave.
far.
Yeah, you're right.
We're at Wasaga Beach. It's just a gentle little wave.
Yeah, just a gentle
Or
little
wakeboarding.
Yeah.
But there is a bit of a trend of between this and Heartstopper and a bunch of other things of this becoming sort of a very popular genre. What do you think it is that is like sort of either changing the mood of that, or like where these audiences are? I mean, I think there have always been audiences for this. But yeah, what do you think is happening that Interview with a Vampire is sort of part of?
I mean, partly it is the sort of nucleization of media where everything is now serving a smaller audience.
Yeah.
And so you want to get the most passionate small audience you can get, rather than appealing to the four quadrants and the sort of old network TV model of media. So that works in the favor of more marginalized groups. And we've seen that, like, Netflix has been actually, for all that we like to complain about Netflix, phenomenal for the most part in creating stories for people who aren't used to seeing stories about themselves. And I feel they've led the way in many important examples. But I also think, it took someone trying to make the difference. And this is where I get to be smug and say that, as an author, as someone pitching to publishers, I've been saying this for 20 years.
Yeah.
I'm ancient and wizened, and I was there when the old magic was created. It was
The old gay magic.
the old gay magic. I've said to publishers and editors, if you make it, people are going to show up, or if you build it, they will come. Yes, but that's straight culture. We don't.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's
don't
baseball movie.
invoke-
That's
No,
baseball.
thank you.
Unless they're lesbians, in which case,
We
gonna say,
love it.
back to gay culture.
Yeah.
Back to get one around.
And we know the lesbians will build it.
Yes.
Yes,
God,
they've
for
got their power tools right at the ready.
If she builds it, some girl will come.
Oh. That's a T-shirt.
What? What? Anyway.
I have nothing to say to that. It's too good.
So yeah, I think it took someone having the guts to actually create these things, and in some cases, it's like, in many of the initial success stories, there was a product that was already popular that existed.
Yeah.
So Heated Rivalry, Red, White, and Royal Blue, Vampire, Interview with the Vampire, and what's the other one?
Heartstopper?
Heartstopper, yes. The Alice Osman graphic novels were a huge publishing phenomenon. So they knew there was an audience for it, and they've known with all of those properties that there is an audience for it, and it still takes them by surprise. Like Heated Rivalry is a great example of that, where it's like it's a Canadian, it's Crave, everything's been shot in a dark room, so you can't see that there's no one else in the room.
Yeah, you can't tell that tunnel in Russia is just in Hamilton.
Now
Magic the movies.
doing pilgrimages to Hamilton. Can you imagine doing a pilgrimage to Hamilton?
Look, I've thought about it. I've thought about going and doing
Let's get in the car and go.
We're going.
Oh my God, field trip.
Field trip. I love it.
To Russia.
We're going to Russia, everyone.
We all have to have sad phone conversations in the tunnel.
I will learn Russian for only that part.
I won't.
Great.
I'll be on the
You'll
other
be
side
on the
of
phone
the phone.
silently, just listening.
Sitting in a stairwell crying.
I mean, if we were to give ourselves characters, you would be
Yes.
Shane and I would be.
Absolutely, that's true. I have his haircut right now.
It's true.
Check the
It's true.
video. I literally showed it to my barber.
It's so interesting with this is because Jacob Tierney is getting such praise for Heated Rivalry. I know nothing about the process to get this show made,
Right.
and like the person who's show running it. Because I would say that like Heated Rivalry is an incredible feat, and it's lovely that it's getting all this attention. This show did it first.
This show did it first. Roland Jones, I think, is the showrunner
Okay.
of Interview. But yeah, I don't even know like where I think he's married to a woman, but I don't know what he identifies as.
Yeah.
So yeah, and there's a deep bench of creatives on the show, whereas Heated Rivalry is Jacob Tierney all the way down.
Yes.
He does the
Basically, yeah.
makeup, he sews the buttons.
It's those movies that you made in high school and university that's cast, you. Director, you. Producer, you.
And you put your name in every single one of those
Slightly
slots.
different. Sometimes you have an initial.
I didn't. I definitely didn't. Okay, so let's talk about the writing on the show, because this is actually, I would say, also as somebody who has written some scripts, a tough thing to adapt in that so much of it is staring existentially into the distance and thinking about the nature of death. Can you talk about the writing a little bit on the show and like what about it works for you?
Yeah, I mean they love to just throw moments of poetry in there, which I always enjoy.
Yeah.
I feel like that's gay culture right there.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Are you kidding me?
But also like it's a very emotional show, and it's not afraid of that. Like it goes full in. There's things that should not work in terms of like the levels of intensity that the show can hit. But because they're vampires, it works.
Yeah.
Because they're vampires, they can get away with, they can literally throw each other through walls.
Yeah.
So, go for it.
Yeah. It becomes operatic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, and literally in cases like, the soundtrack, the score, there are scenes at the opera, and then of course they don't like one of the singers and decide to kill him.
Yes, of course, as you do.
A phenomenal stop moment.
I do think that's one thing that I really love about the way that they sort of embraced a lot of Lestat's sort of aesthetic tastes and things, is that like one thing I love about this version of vampires is that they're alive forever, so culture becomes weirdly important to them because they have so much time to kill.
Yeah.
And that's something I love about Lestat as a character. He's so musical, and he like cares about art so much because, I mean, what else do you have going on? Quite literally.
But also, like, he kind of does it in a way of like an online troll of just like, you're not doing it the way I know it should happen.
It's
so
so
I'm
true.
coming for you, and I'm going to make you feel terrible about yourself before I kill you.
And then he like stands up Jelly Roll Morton at the whole house. It's like
It's astounding.
it's wonderful. The other thing about the writing is that they have the device. They have the interview device.
Yes, of course.
So
yeah.
that allows you to add context and narration to the work in a really interesting and layered way. But also it gives you the unreliable narrator thing, which is very much part of the text throughout. I assume they'll do something similar in the third season to be able to continue that.
Yeah, they
That
must.
device.
But the interviews come out by the third season.
Yeah.
Maybe people are interviewing them about the interview.
I imagine Lestat's probably doing like an Inside the Music or something.
Abso-fucking-lutely he is. Like the early trailers of him in front of a camera just being unmanageable.
Oh, actually, yeah, that makes a ton of
very
sense.
cool.
Yeah.
And I think a thing that's interesting about the unreliable narrator is in the original source material, it's the first interview, whereas this is the interview has already happened, and now they're meeting again. And he's like, I want to change my story from what we originally talked about, which I think is a cool framing for people who loved the books or loved the movies coming into this as a new standalone.
This is actually the follow-up interview with the vampire.
Yes. Yes, second interview with the vampire. Just didn't work as well as the title, but, you do what you got to do. So being a vampire, as we're talking about, is so existential. What do you think is so compelling about watching these eternal beings just lose their emotional minds for each other?
I mean, I think it is exactly the heightened intensity that makes it so compelling, because you can recognize the emotions even if you can't recognize the actions. You know, that's always very real and relatable. Having love, not having love, having family, not having family. Like these are the things they're dealing with. They're just doing it in a way that involves Grand Guignol Parisian theatre and the occasional masquerade ball at the Mardi Gras festival.
Oh, man.
It's like little details, little things that add colour and complexion.
Yeah, and I think as we're talking about it, it sounds like it's a very heavy show and a very intense show. And it has that part of it, but it's also a very funny show.
Very funny show.
Yes.
I mean, and a lot of that is the bickering couple at the heart of the show.
At the heart of the show, they're just two bitchy little divas just being so emotional at each other. And they're that couple at the bar who's had too many drinks and they're at the back. One of them's crying.
Yes.
The other one's like, I can't deal with this anymore. You have to stop.
Yeah.
It's that drama.
And
it's
they're a
camp.
gay couple who tried to pick up a third, and
Who's a child?
Or Armand.
or Armand. But it's so campy.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's, I think, another thing that gets lost sometimes when people are talking about the show. They're like, oh, it's dramatic. These divas are off. And it's like, no, it's so camp.
And fun. It's fun. Yeah, no, I would agree with that. I think that it's got a level of joy and delight to it.
Yes.
That is very fun, despite Louis being so sad all the time.
Yeah.
So sad.
You kind of laugh at him for being so sad.
You can
though.
laugh at him for being sad.
You know, I almost feel like the second season does a good job of laughing at him being sad and how much he revels in being in Paris while the great, artistic boom of Paris at the time is going on, and how much he's like, oh, photography captures it.
Yes.
And you're like, oh, I don't know, buddy.
Your photography is a bit pedestrian, though.
Yeah.
I mean, he's that college student who got his first camera. He's like,
That's exactly
I am
what
an
it
artist.
is. That's exactly what it is. It's like, yeah, okay, you're reading Gertrude Stein. I'm really proud of you, buddy.
So deep.
Well, he's probably eating Gertrude Stein,
Yeah, that's exactly. No, you know what? He would go over and eat at Gertrude Stein's
Right.
house, but I think she would be like, no, you don't eat me.
Or Alice.
No, it would just be a rat. He would just be chewing on his little rat.
Yeah. Okay, so speaking of bringing Claudia into this, one of the tricky parts of this is that this is a gay family drama, essentially, and a big part of that is Claudia. Can you tell us a little bit about this character?
Claudia is a brat.
Yes.
But then so is Louis and so is Lestat. So it's
Like
just
if those were your parents,
Yeah.
you'd be a little brat
Oh
too.
my God.
Yeah, Claudia is one of Louis's great sacrifices of becoming a vampire is that he loses contact with his family, and particularly, I mean, his brother dies horribly, and then his sister starts her own family and he can't be near them because it triggers him as a vampire. So he loses the people that still connected him to his humanity. So he tries to find a substitute for that, and that is Claudia, this 14-year-old in this adaptation, who he finds in a burning building that has been set on fire directly in response to actions that Louis took. So he feels responsible for this girl and turns her into a vampire and tries to integrate her into this family. Basically, we're arguing all the time, let's get a baby, a dog, or a rabbit or something.
A kid will fix
We'll buy
it.
a house. It's fine.
It's very much that. And the kid does not fix it. and these parents divorce eventually in staggeringly grotesque ways.
Yeah.
You know, it's like divorce, but they have to like drug men with laudanum and then feed them to people.
An elaborate ruse. What a great sequence.
Very elaborate, a gorgeous sequence.
Yeah.
The scene of them dancing together with Louis in the powdered wig and both of them in their like Versailles drag.
Bright white Versailles drag. Yeah, it's such. I mean, that was a moment for me where I'm like, oh, this is what I wanted. This is what I needed to see on screen. Like two queer men dancing together, kissing in front of the horrified proles and making them all gasp in horror. And it's like, yes, that is the itch that I didn't know I needed scratching. Yeah. I think it kind of reminds me a lot of the show Hannibal, if you ever saw that, in that like it takes horror genre and also like adds this beauty to it in a way that like the way they shoot it, the way they frame it, the way they design it is very much has that like gothic aesthetic that is so fun to watch when paired with kind of the horror of the next scene where they get blood all over those like bright white outfits, and you're like, this just objectively rules. This is extremely fun to watch.
Unless you're a laundress, in which case.
I cannot imagine.
You would have tools.
The costume department must have been like, do not fuck this up.
Shout out to the costume department of this show.
You get one take.
And it's like, Sam, don't do it. Sam, don't do it. Don't get it all over.
I can see you wanting to improvise, and you will not. You will not.
Friggin' improvise.
We have to return this coat.
And Hannibal's a great reference point because that is the pre-interview with the vampire. That's what we were doing on TV. We were having gay-coded characters, and we were saying subtext is enough, and subtext was never enough, and sometimes audiences would just assume there was subtext where there wasn't any supernatural.
That was not subtext. They were very...
He said wasn't any, where there wasn't any.
Okay.
Right? There wasn't any.
No, it was terrible. The audience thought they were gay because they wanted them to be.
But they also teased at it a lot in Supernatural.
Yeah, there's the whole gay baiting argument, which I think just gay baiting is just subtext, but
yeah, I suppose so.
But I think on Supernatural, the main characters are brothers, so you couldn't really go there.
Though lots of fan fictions have.
And Misha Collins is just sort of one of those people who you think, well, he'd probably sleep with everyone on this crew. So yeah, I can believe it. He has that chemistry with people.
Yeah.
But like Jensen Ackles does not.
No, he is an extremely heterosexual.
Yeah.
They're also brothers, right? That whole thing?
Not Misha Collins.
Misha Collins, Castiel.
Right, yes, Castiel, yes. This I did know about.
So anyway, I'm rage-baiting Supernatural fans just to get the views on this.
They all know. They all wanted them to kiss, and they were all sad.
We haven't done a Supernatural episode yet. We have to.
I have to rewatch the whole show, though.
Oh boy.
God, that's 9 years of your life.
We'll never, ever do it.
No, it's June. We'll do it in June.
If you insist.
I love binge watching.
You're going to have a guest or just you sitting alone?
TBD.
Scream into a microphone.
Are you Team Armand or Team Lestat?
The correct thing to say is I'm Team Love Yourself.
Because
so team none of them?
Because they're both awful.
Team nobody.
But it's Lestat in the end. I'm sorry, he's just so magnetic.
Yeah. So magnetic.
I like watching those boys kiss.
Yeah.
Whereas Armand's a bit wan and boring and, aloof.
I agree. He is very aloof. I do feel like there's an interesting difference from the movie to the TV show in terms of how they do Armand. Armand is much more like waify and elfish.
Yes. A very beautiful man, but not a man that tickles my fancy in any way. Whereas Antonio Banderas taught me things.
In Zorro, I assume.
Also in Zorro.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. It's a very different take on the character, which is interesting.
Yeah, it doesn't work for me, but also, I do love the little ruse that they play on Daniel Malloy. We haven't even talked about Daniel Malloy.
Yes,
who
he's
is
one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, he's the interviewer, who's, the narrator basically of, I guess he's not the narrator, Louis is the narrator.
Yeah.
But this character who they have basically trapped in the beginning to make him do this interview, and then trap again to do another interview.
He's easily trapped.
What is he doing? What is he doing, this guy?
He loves a scoop.
He's trapped in Dubai. That's the story of every influencer now, isn't it?
Oh my God. Truly.
You're not wrong. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
But
I hope they're getting good interviews.
I hope so. I don't want to go there to find out. Maybe one day. But no, this character, can we talk a bit about him as another sort of inconsistent narrator for the show and a very volatile character, I would say.
Yeah, he doesn't. We first meet him in the show introducing his masterclass video series about how to be a journalist, an investigative journalist specifically. And he's very elder statesman of journalism in that sort of, he's basically Anthony Bourdain, but a journalist.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
He's abrasive but brilliant, and he's going to give it to you without any varnish. And yeah, as the show goes on, you realize he's kind of another sloppy diva, for one thing.
It's true.
But also his memory is completely unreliable.
Yeah.
He thinks because he's got tapes, he knows what happened, but it's not true. His tapes are selective as well, and and he's too in the story to objectively cover the story. It's like journalism 101. Mm-hmm. You're too late, Daniel. You're compromised.
Yeah.
That's the reason you're given the access, but it's also the reason you're not the right person to do this story. Mm-hmm. And things are going to keep going sloppily for him, it seems, in season 3.
Because towards the end, we see him really delve in and become a vampire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which I don't know anything about the Vampire Lestat as a book, as character arcs. I know nothing that we're coming up to. So I'm very curious to see, because from the little clips we've seen, he looks like he's going to become a little bit of an asshole vampire himself.
Yeah.
I mean,
you can't not.
Yeah, it does seem like that's part of becoming a vampire. Why is that? Why is it that becoming a vampire turns you into an asshole? There's no nice vampires.
Yeah. Well, the Count.
But he has a very specific job
that's
to
a good
do, so
point.
he can really put himself into his work.
Yeah, he really loves
That's
the
right.
Count.
Yeah.
It fills his days.
That's right. He doesn't need to kill. He's satiated by the numbers.
Exactly. They feed him.
Yeah. And also, you can probably feed on Mr. Snuffleupagus for months and he would never
That's
notice.
true, yeah.
And Big Bird, come to that.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. And they could just keep going.
Just keep going.
You're right. That's a good point. Gets his fill. Anyway, so besides that, in the world of Anne Rice, all these vampires are unlikable in this lovable way.
Yeah, I think it's commentary on power. When you become immortal, then your sense of time shifts, your sense of the mortality of others shifts. Everyone around you is going to die, and you're not. And so you develop contempt for humanity, which is the same thing that having billions of dollars does to a person. It's, it's, as soon as everyone else becomes disposable or even self-disposing, then you can look down your nose at them. And so, if a good person became a billionaire, they would stop being a billionaire. If a good person became a vampire, they would probably end themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's I think where Louis is an interesting character, because I think he is the best of the characters, and he does repeatedly consider trying to stop this somehow because he doesn't want to be this.
Including several attempts to end his story.
And I think that's part of the conflict internal to him is just that he is in his heart a good person, but the circumstances he's in makes that impossible.
Yeah.
But also, I think you're right, and I think you really see it with Claudia, who gets stuck as a 13-year-old. Which for anybody who has matured into an adult is hell. That's hell. That's absolute hell.
I can't speak for any other genders, but as a young woman, that is positively the worst time in your life.
I think you'll find 13-year-old boys are well-adjusted.
I think they're maybe having more fun than
Right,
Maybe
because
less
they're little
emotionally
psychopaths.
tormented.
they are little psycho. They'd be great vampires.
Very good vampires. That's why Claudia couldn't be Claude. You know? It would
Yeah,
be-
you'd be like, oh, I'm having an excellent
Like,
time.
this is
Actually,
freaking great.
Although she kind of is like that anyway.
Yeah, at a certain point, you're just like, let's just fuck him up.
Yeah.
Like, let's go down.
yeah, but to have a 100-year-old consciousness inside the body of somebody who literally can't even go into a bar is insane.
Yeah.
That's
That is
insane.
torment.
That would make you crazy.
And did.
And did. and did.
did.
But I think, part of that too, of getting stuck in, you can't grow. There's
Yeah.
no growing as a vampire,
Yeah, no, that's, you just change your outfit once in a while.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it does feel like, can you emotionally grow as a vampire? I think it's clearly, the way it's told in these stories, it's very hard to do. Louis takes to reading poetry, compulsively, and that feels like his attempt to sort of widen his horizons. And then, of course, travel widens the horizons.
Of course.
So let's go try and find the oldest, most cracked out vampire we can.
That character.
And they succeed.
And they succeed. I love that character.
So good. The old Eastern European woman.
Yeah.
When that story wraps up in the way it wraps up, I was like, okay. I truly did not see it coming. I thought this was a character who was going to be around.
Oh yeah, you'll teach me so much. I'll show you around.
We'll have fun.
Oh my God. That was a big Queenie energy right there.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. If you had to pick an age to become a vampire at, based on what you know now about your life, if you're going to be turned, obviously it's not 13 or 14. That's
Dear God,
hell.
no.
But would you pick now? Would you pick 10 years ago?
Yeah, assuming I get to go backwards, I'm not stuck at now and maybe 30
Okay.
feels like a sensible age.
Would you pick to be a vampire if someone offered you the dark gift? The dark gift.
It depends. I think if it's Tom Cruise, no. If it's Sam Reed, yes.
So it's dependent on the giver of the gift,
I
not
think
on the
so.
gift itself.
Well, I would think about it either way. But if it's Sam Reed and he's using just his face, then I'm probably just going to be like, yeah, okay.
Even if it was Lestat, knowing what you know about Lestat.
Lestat's tricky. Lestat, I'd be like, could you introduce me to your husband? With talk.
Let's have a good non-monogamous situation here, you know?
And it's very clear that is what they're into, and they sort of figure that out for themselves.
yeah.
Sort of.
Sort
It
of.
does seem that in this world too, you are kind of bound to whoever makes you, because that's one thing that he can never seem to leave Lestat without doing something drastic.
Yeah.
He can't just be like, peace, I'm off to, I don't know,
I think that's Louis, though. I don't think that's their vampire
don't know,
connection.
though.
I think that is Louis. He's just obsessed with this man. And you're like, Louis' friends, if he had any, would be like, girl, you have to leave him. He is not good for you. And he's like,
Yeah.
I know, but he's just, you don't know him like I know him.
and you understand it because Sam Reed's face.
Because Sam Reed's face, we've all seen it. It's so good.
I get it.
Incredible.
I get it.
Yeah, their version of Don't Marry Svetlana is Antoinette, and it goes very differently from a conversation on the couch.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, one is Shane just looking a little sad and being like, please don't. And the other one is a lady chops off her finger.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing.
It's a whole ass thing. Yeah. You thought hockey players were
Psychic
dramatic.
Spies.
Truly. Kai, would you become a vampire? And if so, what age would you choose?
I think I would not make a good vampire. I think
No, you can't make a good
You don't get it. It's not about what type of vampire you'd become. It's would you want the dark gift?
Oh God! Well, if you keep saying it like that, then just reflexively no.
But what if I said the dark gift?
Still a hard no.
What about the dark gift?
Well, anyway, I think knowing what I know now, no, but also how hot is the person offering it?
You guys are little slutties. Are they sexy? I'm in.
Kind of. I mean, if you're gonna be a vampire, yeah, that's the point. You got to be an absolute hedonist. If you're gonna be a vampire, you got to be willing to go all the way into that hedonism. I feel you're gonna just be kind of sucking and fucking your way through the next couple centuries. So if you're gonna be doing that, you got to have a good face attached to that whole situation? I would say generally no, because it seems like most of the time when they become vampires, it's just torture all the way through.
Yeah.
But I think there would be some interesting, I guess, upsides. I feel like it would be boring eventually.
Yeah, I feel like there'd be I get bored as a regular person with regular things, and I know that my life will end at some point.
That's
So I
right.
got to take advantage. You
Yeah.
gotta YOLO.
But there is also that question of you consider what it is to be a human. It's not great.
No, but being a vampire seems worse. It seems so much worse.
But you get cuter outfits.
That's
That's
true.
true.
And you can bite the people who have wronged you.
That's
Yes.
right. And you don't have to pay rent.
No.
But also-
I mean, you do have to pay rent.
Well, you do, but sorry, you can steal it from people who you kill.
Oh, fair. Or like you're around long enough
a
that you have
living.
squatters' rights.
I think the downsides then become the practical annoyances of having to like get in a coffin to travel and like
Well, and like
not
what
getting
happens now
staked.
that like, people don't carry cash like they used to. So like, do you have to like get in their brain and get their pin before you kill them?
It's actually really funny. I had never thought about that.
Like, yeah, back in the day, you just steal their gold. But now it's like, oh, frig, man, this guy's got like 60,000 of debt. Now do I have
Yeah.
to like, garbage.
Vampires
His
are
money's on his phone. You have to have his biometrics.
I know,
scanned.
you just got to keep his face around so you can unlock the phone.
It's an irritating time to be a vampire, you guys.
Terrible time to be a
Someone should write about
vampire.
that.
They're just doing low level scams to try to get by.
Absolutely. I gotta ask because we're talking about heated rivalry, obviously written by a woman. What is it with women loving to write these male characters who are in love with each other?
I mean, I can't speak for women.
Why not? Go for it.
Well,
I, as
all
a
right,
woman, give you
fine.
permission.
Fine. Here's how women work.
Yes, this is the shit I wanted on this.
No, I think this has been addressed actually by some of the heated rivalry stars as well. There's that thing where for a woman writing about two men together is safer than writing about a man with a woman. There is a power dynamic in the way men treat women that is not fun to write about
Yeah.
a lot of the time. You have to romanticize it. He has to be Ryan Gosling.
She has to be a rock monster in outer space.
Yeah. Not the film I was thinking of. But
We haven't
yeah.
seen Project
I
Hail
haven't,
Mary yet,
but I
so we don't
assume it's
quite
a
know what it's
romance.
about.
It's basically the Notebook in space.
Yeah. Rachel McAdams wasn't available, so they got a rock person.
Yeah. The Canadian Shield.
Oh, I hear she did it in mocap. The Canadian Shield.
So good.
Our industry's really picking up since
Nice.
Heated Rivalry.
Yeah.
Finally, the Shield's getting work again. I'm just so excited.
So glad. I think that dynamic, if you told a story about a male and a female vampire, immediately it's less fun if
Yeah.
you're telling the same story that you tell about Louis and Lestat. So, but that doesn't apply for heated rivalry, of course. And
Yeah.
I think that's mostly just hot boys banging in a hot boy environment. Like you once you decide to tell a story within professional hockey, it's either two men or two women. Like,
That's true. And two
women,
women
the
is real.
stakes are low.
Yeah, because they're just like, you could just go to a regular hockey game in your regular life and be like, there's
Right,
lesbians.
Like how many out female soccer players are there versus how many out male soccer
Yeah.
players are there?
Exactly.
The numbers are almost inverted. It's
Yes.
like-
Yes. As I said to Kat when we were talking about heated rivalry on our other episode, that's a short show. It's a short show when it's two women because it's like, hey, this one's a lesbian, as is 80% of the team.
Yeah.
Oh no,
End
we're on
of-
opposite teams. So? Great.
Literally, real life, the American and Canadian captains are married.
Yeah.
So it's not really, there's no tension there.
Heated niceness.
Yes, exactly. We need that drama.
We need that. I mean, lesbians have their own drama, but
Oh, it's different, though.
it's different.
Very
It's just very
different.
fast. It's
Yeah.
very fast.
Yeah.
The show is.
Did you move my spirit level? Where's my hammer?
Yeah, exactly. Who fed the cat?
We need to get the Subaru checked out.
Now we're just
Now
doing
we're just talking about
references
our
from
own
our
life.
real life.
Okay, great. What are you looking forward to most in the upcoming season of The Vampire Lestat?
The music's going to vibes.
The
We've already
teasers we've
heard-
gotten.
Yeah, we've heard some of the music.
It gets
and
stuck
it's
in my head.
Gorgeous, like glam rock 70s vibes. The shirtlessness looks like it's also going to be great. I mean, just him strutting about like Mick Jagger, David Bowie style.
Yep.
But more ripped. So he eats more protein than either of them ever did.
He's not just eating straight cocaine.
Yeah, he's Australian and
So
yeah, of course he's gorgeous.
yeah, they're a buff continent.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, but also I don't know where the story's going to go because I haven't read the books.
Yeah.
And also I assume they're going to take some liberties anyway. Also, Claudia won't be there, and she's so annoying. Except I think she will show up. She'll show up in flashbacks. But it's one of my bugbears having male romances that have to have a child in them. It's like this is not what I would write, and I don't feel like most gay men would not write about a male couple having kids. As their sort of, because it's so heteronormative, it's so undermining to say that your happy ending involves a family rather than being a couple. I don't know any gay men with kids. I know they exist, but they're not in my circles. So the idea that is the aspiration feels kind of like sliding back into the closet.
Yeah.
Admittedly, in Claudia's case, as I said, she comes, she goes.
In a manner.
So I'm kind of glad she's not going to be in the third season as an ongoing concern because it means they get to just go back to being bitchy with each other.
Yeah.
And that's the dynamic I enjoy the most. And and there's whole new characters. I think there are some rich bits of the lore that I'm aware of that are going to be introduced.
I know we get to see Magnus, who's Lestat's maker.
Ooh, that's
get to
exciting.
see him. I don't know in what context, present, past. I have no idea where and how.
Because from the little we've seen, it sounds like Lestat was a little shit when he got made and continued to be.
Yeah,
I guess, forever and ever.
Lestat is a little. I want to know Lestat before he got made. Who was this person?
Probably still a little shit.
Maybe. I don't know. Look at Spike on Buffy. He was just a tender little man.
Okay, but he was also a tender vampire.
I guess so.
He wasn't writing poetry anymore, but
eventually he got back to being a tender vampire, but he wasn't for a long time.
I mean, he sure was. He just had Drusilla. He was always tender.
Okay.
Just not to the Slayers and stuff.
Just wanted to pull it back away from Buffy. I feel like we could sit there for a while.
You know what? That's a very, very good point. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, Andrew, you're here.
Oh my gosh, hi.
Sorry,
what do you like about Buffy?
Yes, absolutely. On that note, we have a little bit of a mini game.
Oh, yes, we do. Okay. So we've talked a bit about how these characters are in very bad relationships, all of them. So it's time for them to go out into the world and find new partners.
Oh.
So I'm going to give you a name of a character, and I want you to give me a brief dating profile headline for each of these characters as they try to seek out their new lives.
I'm so good at dating. So.
Great. But you're also a writer, so I believe in you. I'm going to start with your favorite character, Claudia.
Oh, Claudia. Should she be dating is the question.
And maybe that's in the profile.
She does date.
She does date. I mean,
Difficult.
she is mentally an adult, but it's...
Yeah.
I don't like to delve too much into
Very fair point.
I think her profile should say, looking for play dates, people who love Bluey.
Incredible.
Don't answer this.
Don't answer this. I swear I'm over 14.
You are on a list.
Yeah.
Because you even looked at this dating profile.
If you would like to call me, then my number is 911.
We didn't really talk about this character much, but the head of the Théâtre des Vampires, Santiago.
I think he would just have like lyrics from Winged Beneath My Wings in his dating profile. It will be cold there in my shadow. You'll never have sunlight on your face, you know?
Oh, my God.
That's exactly right.
He would.
And just a little context for those, because we didn't bring this up before. Santiago is in the theater, because they join a theater troupe for a little while. Because, of course,
yes, they do.
Because it's the gayest story
they travel
ever
around,
written.
and then they land at a theater.
Oh, my God.
And then they end up in the theater.
And the theater every night kills somebody. Ooh.
But they do it in front of people.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so
Unlike real theaters where they do it backstage.
Hell yeah. Anyways.
no, they just do it metaphorically to their souls.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no, I love theater. It's fine.
Theater's great.
I saw Aunt Juliet. I died a little.
Oh, I wanted to see it. Now I'm scared. Okay, we're going to move on to Armand.
Armand. Which Armand?
Oh, that's a good question. Let's go the
I guess
show.
we are talking
yeah,
about the
that's
show.
The
Yeah,
one
yeah.
we're talking about.
I mean,
So-
you know what? Give me one for each.
Let's see. I mean, the movie Armand, it would just be a face pick.
Yeah.
Need anything
He
else?
doesn't need to write anything else.
Apply below.
Yeah.
You up?
The TV Armand's going to have to do more work. Looking for a partner in crime, something awful like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably some like quote from a famous artist, I
Yeah.
feel, like a Frida Kahlo quote.
But he got it off like brainyquotes.com.
Yeah.
It's not actually an accurate quote
Yeah,
at
no,
all.
But he
Yeah.
tells you that he knew her.
yeah.
But it says, our best first date would be going to an art gallery to look at pictures of me.
It's wine o'clock somewhere, Frida Kahlo.
Oh, no. That feels like the gay equivalent of holding a large fish.
yeah.
It's like, oh no, there's a lot of these. There's a lot of these. Okay, how about Daniel Malloy?
Daniel Malloy.
Messy.
I think his
individual.
headline needs to be "You Can Fix Me."
Yes, absolutely. And it's a picture of him in the leather jacket he just bought 20 days ago.
And then ran over with his bike.
Yeah. Just to make sure it looks
Roughed it up.
well loved.
There's like one piece of duct tape on it that's not doing any work.
Put it in the dryer with some gravel.
He tried to take it off, but it left the sticky bit left.
Yeah. He's having his midlife crisis, but it's in death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That's the big energy there.
He's the Claudia of season 3.
Maybe.
Oh no, he is. He's a baby gay.
He's a baby gay.
He's gonna be a baby gay. He messed
But
around a little
also-
before, and now he's divorced and he's getting back into it.
Yeah. He's a middle-aged baby gay, and we know what those are like.
Yeah.
Well, we support them.
We support them.
Wherever you are in your journey, we support you.
We love you, baby gays. We were you once. We're just not you now.
You distress those clothes as much as you need. Rip off those pant legs. Make them short.
We all have to do it.
We all have to do it.
We have to do it. And there are many of you. Love yourself. Anyway.
All right. Louis de Pontelac.
Looking for a Lestat to my Louis, I feel like.
We'll be talking about my ex. Hope you're okay with that.
Yeah, all big time.
I swear I'm over it.
Yeah. Seeking a therapist
Oh my God.
that I don't have to pay.
Oh my God.
Or just a very long description of what he's looking for, and it's just Lestat.
Truly. Shoulder length blonde hair.
Yeah.
Steely blue eyes that could cut into your soul.
A basic contempt for me.
I feel like in the third season they're gonna get back. They're like
They
not.
have to.
I think they're gonna get back together, but they're also. I wonder if they're not gonna get back together, but just in that way where you're like, oh my god, just fuck already.
Yeah, they're like constantly talking to each other still, and they're always hanging out and like partying together. And you're like, you guys are clearly still together.
And they're like, no, we're friends.
we're
friends. We're friends.
we're just friends.
Like you're not even friendly.
You're so mean to each
you
other.
hate each other.
Oh, this makes sense.
All right, our final dating profile name, Lestat de Liancourt.
Should he be dating either? Like, he might be in the Claudia category. No, don't. I'm toxic and you'll love me for it.
It's true.
That's it. And just one line, and there are no caps.
I'm already swiping. I'm swiped. I swiped. We're in.
I feel like he is either not on any apps or he is on every app, and he has 8 conversations going in all of them.
Simultaneously.
He's certainly on Raya.
Yeah. Yes. Definitely.
And I did do one. This was actually our friend Lisa came up with this. One question. Marry, suck, kill Armand Louis Lestat.
Kill Armand.
Yeah.
Marry Louis. suck Lestat.
Yeah.
It writes itself.
It does.
It does.
Yeah.
But we have to ask.
no.
We
Yeah.
have to ask.
It's important that we get. This is the kind of journalism that Daniel Malloy was unwilling to do.
Too close to the story.
Too close.
Though he is willing to suck.
That's true.
Clearly.
Yes.
Clearly.
Absolutely. And kill now, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not Mary, though.
No.
He did that. It didn't work
Well, he
out.
tried.
Yeah.
Before we move on,
Mm-hmm.
what is the nerdiest thing you've done in relation to this fandom?
So it's a bit of stolen valor, honestly.
Good.
But I own a pair of Louis' trousers, and I might be wearing his socks right now.
Did you do the
Yes.
wardrobe sale?
I did not. My friend Stacey King, who is my co-author on the D&D Young Adventurers Guides, she wanted to buy a couple of like frock coats from this sale. So she put in a bid. She thought she was getting frock coats. She got the frock coats, but she also got like an entire like sedan full of other things.
Oh my God.
She did not realize how big the lots were.
Oh my God.
And so she ended up with piles of clothes from I should explain, there was a wardrobe auction for the show.
Yes, they
Yeah.
shot season
Interview with
3 in Toronto.
Yeah.
There was a wardrobe pot. The jacket that I'm wearing right now is also from the wardrobe sale. I have no idea the context.
Yeah, I'm thinking not Paris in the...
Certainly not
40s.
Paris. Certainly not Paris. Probably background extra number 78.
Yeah. If that's Paris in the 40s, their budget went down this season.
They have problems.
So yeah, Stacey bought all of these clothes.
Oh, that's so fun.
Buckets and buckets of clothes,
That's
and then was
incredible.
like, please help me get rid of these clothes.
Take these.
And among the things were like 40 pairs of socks, and I'm like, great, I could use 40 pairs of socks.
Incredible.
So all my socks now
Let's
are
see.
Interview with the Vampire socks.
Honestly, those are great socks.
No, they're really good socks.
Those are good socks.
Good.
Is the camera picking up the socks?
I don't know.
Impossible to say.
But yeah, they're really good quality socks. I looked up the brand names. I'm like, these are good wool socks. These are
Damn.
proper socks.
If you live near a place that has filming that takes place, look at local auctions because
Yeah.
you can clean up at the sales.
I got
Yeah.
a designer jean jacket that you got me. It was great.
Yeah, it's a vintage Gap.
Yeah.
And a lot of the things like socks probably were never worn or were worn once.
Yeah.
It's like, I shop at Value Village, so I don't care.
Yeah. But then you get to walk around and be like, hell, these are Interview with the Vampire socks.
Yeah. Fun
And
fact.
one of the other items in her haul was a pair of trousers with Louis written
Oh, cool.
on the seam.
That's so fun.
I can't fit into a pair of Jacob Anderson's trousers.
He
He is,
is a beanpole.
he is a lithe, lean man.
Will you send us a photo of the
But,
trousers?
oh, absolutely, I will.
Yes,
Absolutely. Do I like to sometimes just hold them? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and you know what? Louis would love that.
He would love
would
that.
Louis
love
would
it.
love that kind of.
I might get one of those like pregnancy pillows and just shove it in.
Just cut it into 2 legs at the bottom.
Well, we'll try and figure out what our various jackets are attached to, and then perhaps we'll get a top for it. And then we can
perfect,
slowly put together an outfit for you.
Is there anything else about Interview with the Vampire you need to get out into the world?
Hot takes,
Hot takes.
cold takes, medium takes.
I mean, watch it.
Watch it.
Oh, but don't watch the other AMC Immortal Universe shows.
No, I
Talamasca and Mayfair Witches. Well, no, do watch them. Why not? Sure. If you
heard
like
Mayfair
them,
Witches is fun.
maybe.
I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it. None of them have the homoeroticism that Interview with the Vampire has.
And frankly, that's what
That's what I'm
we're
here
there.
for.
I often make jokes about how many things I watch just because there are lesbians in them. And see, I'm not alone.
No.
Other people do this.
Lots of people do it.
Some of us are just mandated to watch stuff with our particular brand of gay.
We're the people that watched A League of Their Own, the TV series.
We absolutely
We did. We
And
loved
no
it.
one else
Ish.
did.
Yes, and that's why we are where we are today.
Well,
Lesbians need their own wave.
lesbians need. Yeah. What is our wave going to be though?
I don't know.
I mean, Slow Pitch is coming out.
That's
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
that could do it.
Yeah, by the same production company as Heat of Rivalry.
So come on.
Gay ladies in softball, it is a thing.
It is a thing. Anyway, you were gonna.
I was going to say, at the end of every episode, we're going to share our micro fandoms of the week, which we're going to do in just a moment. But before we do, here are some ways you can connect with us. You can come on over to our Patreon page, patreon.com/The Fandom Show, where you can get access to episodes early. You can submit questions. You can enjoy our monthly Nerds letter, which has stuff that we covered on the show, some more details about it, stuff that we didn't cover on the episode, and just some fun links for you. Or you can enjoy our exclusive patron podcast, The Fan Club, where we watch movies that one of us loves and the other has never seen. You can also find us on social media at Fandom Show Pod or at our website, thefandomshow.com. Or if you're watching or listening with your ears but think, hey, I want to see them with my eyeballs, head over to the From Superheroes YouTube page where we drop all of our episodes in video format just for your eyeballs. You can see my sparkly jacket.
That's right. You can have references for the things we are discussing. Also, please tell all of your nerdiest friends about us, or, of course, your regular friends. And if you can get on your podcast provider of choice, it doesn't matter if it's Apple or Spotify or YouTube Music or whatever it is that you're using to put this in your ear holes. Wherever you are, a one-sentence review, one-word review, that really helps us find an audience because our show is about literally everything, and that is not great for algorithms. So,
would you become a vampire? Would you fuck a vampire?
Yeah.
Tell us.
Tell us in the comments. We want to know. And if you can share it among your people, that really, really helps us make sure that people can find their new next favorite fandom. And you can also find us on the From Superheroes Discord where you can meet other fans or hit us up directly. And now it is time for our microfandoms of the week, starting with you, Steph.
It's been a big week for me because BTS is back.
It's back, baby.
It's back. They dropped their brand new post-ARMY album on Friday. On Saturday morning at 7 a.m., we had a couple friends over to watch the live concert from Korea. It's been a banner week over here. So my microfandom is their new album. There was a lot of pressure for this album to be good, and I've been hurt so many times before. There'll be an upcoming podcast on I Hate It, I Love It with another deeply famous thing that has deeply disappointed me, The Hobbit. I try not to get excited for things anymore because it hurts too much when you love a thing and it lets you down.
Wow. Hi, Louie.
It's true. But so I didn't want to go into this album listening with too many expectations because I was really excited and I didn't want to be sad. But this album is a banger. It's a banger.
It's fun.
It's so much fun. There's great songs. It's an elevation of what they were doing before. I don't know. I'm so excited and I've listened to it more times than I can probably count or should admit to anyone.
I did wonder if you were going to cancel this recording just so you could watch the concert video again.
Look, have I watched it twice already? Yes. Okay.
It's been out a day and a half?
No, they re-edited it after the live stream to fix some of the things because they showed too many crowd shots. It's fine. ARMY was very mad.
ARMY was mad that the cameras left them for a single second.
And you didn't show Jin enough. They're mad. They noticed. Anyway, but it's been a lovely week. BTS content is all over again, and I'm friggin' thrilled.
Yeah.
Kaya, what are you nerding out about right now?
Okay, well, I as a hobby like to draw. I enjoy drawing, and I'm always trying to learn and get a little better at it. So I recently discovered a online course called Draw a Box. It is totally free. It will always be free. That's kind of the point of it. But it is this illustrator. I'm so sorry I've forgotten his name. But he created a free course to basically teach people the fundamentals of drawing by teaching them how to draw boxes. In learning how to do that, you basically start from super, super basic, how to draw a line with control and purpose. And it basically is designed to give you techniques that are in your muscle memory over time. So it's I think it takes about 6 months to fully do it. I'm only 2 or 3 lessons in, but it's been great. As somebody who's sort of taught myself to draw over a long time, and I'm still very mediocre at it. I'm already learning a ton about just sort of very basic stuff that if you never went to art school, you might never have learned about.
It's 6 months of drawing boxes?
I don't know if I don't think it's 6 months of drawing boxes. Okay, I think, but I think it uses boxes to sort of teach the fundamentals. So maybe it is 6 months of drawing boxes. I don't know. I'm on
Your
level
boxes
3.
are going to be so good.
So good. I think the purpose of it too is to kind of do it as a lesson and then go back to drawing the things you like.
Right.
But yeah, so right now it's a lot of technical stuff. But if that's something that you're interested in learning, it's really, really good and it's totally free. So go check that out.
Go draw a box.
Yeah, and then I draw hot people when I'm done drawing boxes.
It's true.
Yeah, it's true. Anyway,
good.
Andrew, what are you nerding out about right now?
So I will just, as a throwaway, mention because you mentioned BTS, we do have a top album coming out.
I know.
We do. 10
know.
days.
Yeah.
I'm very excited, but I can't nerd out about it yet because it's not out.
It's not out yet.
Yeah, you gotta.
Do you have a pre-order?
No, I need to get on that.
Get on your pre-order.
How much is vinyl these days?
Depends.
It's a lot, yeah.
But yeah, I love Top dearly and I want to
Who you might know from
support-
Squid Game.
Yes, as Thanos.
As Thanos, yeah. Part of Big Bang, K-pop group.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Solo all the way, baby.
Well, I mean, he has Big Bang fans, and there's a lot of theories on that subject.
But he did smoke weed once, and that destroyed his career. And then he was in Squid Game, and that resurrected his career. And we want to support our boy. But what I really want to talk about is Starfleet Academy.
Ooh, okay.
Have you watched it?
No.
It's better than. I mean, it's good. Number one, like it's a very good show, very enjoyable show.
Excellent.
But like the reputation it's picked up is like, oh, it's woke Star Trek.
Yes.
It's, you know.
Yeah, the reputation it picked up from Elon friggin' Musk and
know.
Stephen Miller.
Trying to
All
make
these
fun of friend of the
awful people.
podcast.
Trisha Black.
Trisha Black, who is awesome, and you should go support by listening to our Golden Girls episode.
And watching this show.
Yeah.
And watch this show.
If you hate Elon Musk, watch this show.
Yes, but it's too late. It's been cancelled.
No.
The second season's already filmed, so the second season will come out. But it's part of this whole like Paramount Skydance David Ellison situation,
What a
where
mess.
just the worst people in the world now control everything and are cancelling anything that's labelled woke on the internet. So
Yeah.
Do they know what Star Trek is?
no, they do not.
Because Star Trek is woke. It has
always has been.
It always has been. It probably always will be as long as they can get access to making it.
Truly, people complaining about Star Trek being woke is when that one time where people were like complaining about Rage Against the Machine being woke, and it's like, what machine did you think they were raging
It
against?
is a toaster.
That's their whole thing, dude.
It's the Borg cube. That's the machine.
What do you like so much about the show, though?
It's sort of a young adult Star Trek, so it's got a lot of that, campus antics stuff. It does some really like original and imaginative. It's one of these 32nd century Star Treks, so set further along the timeline. But I think they do a great job with the tech of that era. But also they have Holly Hunter as the captain.
Yes.
They have Paul Giamatti as her nemesis.
What?
I didn't know
Paul that.
Giamatti was
Oh yeah,
incredible.
They have Tatiana Maslany just floating around, popping up.
How many
As
of
she
her?
does.
How many?
Well, I couldn't tell you. I don't know. They haven't all appeared on screen at the same time.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah, you can't pin her down that time.
Cannot pin her down. It does have incredibly hot people in it, of
Love
course. And though we did not get to boys kissing in season 1, it's set up for
Yes.
season 2. Boys
Love
will
that.
kiss.
I love that. It's not gay baiting, it's just leading to it.
It's just a bit slow. And if we learn anything from Heated Rivalry and Interview with the Vampire, let's not slow walk these queer romances. You never know how many seasons you're going to get.
Truly.
Yes, it's
Just
so true.
Jump right in there with
Yeah.
the face sucking,
Yeah. Ideally, first episode, but if we can't do that, then we'll take what we can get.
Yeah. Then put it in the trailer for the second episode at
Exactly.
the end of the first episode.
Exactly. That's what we're talking about.
Exactly. Andrew, thank you so much for coming on. Where can people find you? What do you want to plug?
So at KKBB Pod is where you can find my podcast with the beautiful Shane Holland on YouTube. We just did an episode about Starfleet Academy. So
Hell yeah.
Amazing.
check that out. Also one on Young Sherlock, which stars Hero Finds Tiffin, who's just the most beautiful boy. We talk a lot about beautiful men on this podcast. So.
For a second, I thought you were going to say you did an episode on young Sheldon, and I was like, fascinating.
He's such
Tell
a
me more.
beautiful boy. What?
I've never seen a Young Sheldon in my life. I'm so mad that Lauren Lapkus is going to be starring in a spin-off of Young Sheldon
Wait,
now.
but what? There's a spin-off
Why
of Young
is there a
Sheldon?
spin-off?
I'm
because
upset.
Lorne Michaels or whoever it is just milks that stuff.
What's the spin-off?
It's set in the comic store, and
No.
Is that not a Big Bang Theory spin-off? It's specifically Young Sheldon
I
spin-off?
guess it's a Big Bang Theory. I don't know. I don't know the universe. I don't know the lore. No
And there is.
boys kiss.
No boys
in Big
kiss.
Bang Theory.
And therefore,
so I do
why
not
watch it?
What's the point? Give us what we want.
That's right.
So yes, at KKBB Pod on YouTube and on various social medias. Also, I'm on Instagram at Wheelergram. So if you want to know about my books, about my work, that is the place to follow me.
Incredible.
Absolutely. And you should.
You absolutely should. Until next time, love the things you love and tell everyone about them, especially if boys kiss. Bye.
Bye.
Show.
The Fandom Show is produced by Andrew Ivimey as part of the From Superheroes Network. For more great podcasts like this, as well as webcomics, articles, and so much more, visit FromSuperheroes.com.